Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pryoxis. I'm back with another video. Check this out. This one here isn't going to be much gameplay, y'all. I'm just going to be talking to y'all, but I have a fight at the end of this video that I think you guys are going to be like hilarious to watch, and it's kind of despicable how people will go to the bitter end in order just to get a ranked win, and it's like certain things can't be added to the game because the community will consistently look to cheese it. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, the topic of discussion is something that I was talking about in my stream last night, and something that I feel is essential to fighting games, and I hope in EA Sports UFC 6. Yes, I know it's crazy to hope and wish for something from UFC 6 when UFC 5 just came out, but honestly, this is something that is 100% not coming to UFC 5. So, UFC 6, and that is a change to the way footwork works completely. Now, what I'm going to do is take a fighter with the highest footwork, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. As you guys can see here, if we go to the footwork stat, it's a 98, right? Now I want to find a fighter with very bad footwork, right? 92, 92, 92, 92, 96, 94, 90, yada, yada, yada. Look for somebody with like just bad, Ben Askren, right? 81 footwork, right? Now if these two fighters fought in real life today, right? Or even prime for prime, obviously, we know Ben Askren's going to look to wrestle. But footwork-wise, Wonderboy would dance circles around Ben Askren. Now, in this game, it doesn't feel like Wonderboy is too much faster than Ben Askren, or the footwork matters much. Because in my honest opinion, footwork is more than just moving back and forth, or it's like, oh, it's about foot placement and your ability to step off the center line and really move around the octagon. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is a master at that. Dom Cruz is a master at that. You guys know all of his crazy footwork that he does have. Now, Dom Cruz does have actually special animations in the game for that. But other fighters that have really high footwork and are very hard to hit because they're never consistently on that center line, and when they're there, it's like they can step off and really utilize their footwork really well. It doesn't feel that way in this game. And I think one thing why it doesn't is because the fighters are always squared up. Essentially, UFC 5 or UFC 4 is a 2D game portrayed as a 3D. Now, don't take that to the heart, but what I'm saying is, look at this, right? Both fighters, no matter what you do, they will always be squared up like a 2D fighter. No matter what you guys do, 2D fighter, whether that's Street Fighter, right? Mortal Kombat, you're on this plane and they're facing each other like this, and they will never not face each other. Now, there are instances where in EA Sports UFC 5 or 4, you can step off the center line with lunging, right? You can lunge off the center line. But in my honest opinion, it doesn't take a lunge to step off the center line. In martial arts, it takes a step. A singular step, and you can essentially evade an opponent's strike, or step in a way to where their damage is a bit mitigated. Now, the problem being is because we're always squared up, Wonderboy footwork isn't truly appreciated, or it isn't giving the mechanics that it deserves. Because I'm always squared up with Ben Askren. I'm never able to actually like make this Ben Askren look foolish, because Wonderboy would have Ben Askren looking foolish when it comes to footwork. Now, how do we stop that? Well, Tekken has the perfect thing for that. I'm gonna go over to the Tekken screen, but first things first, I wanted to show you guys, UFC 5 is how both fighters are always centered up, looking at each other, always on the same center line, and we're never really stepping off the center line unless we do a side step or a lunge. But like I said, in Undisputed, this was a thing as well. You could step off the center line and evade punches or set up your own punches, but it kind of got toned down with that with the tracking buff that they got, and I feel like that kind of messed the game up. But I'm gonna go head over to Street Fighter, guys, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about and how turning the game to where it is basically a 3D and I can step around my opponent and he can still be facing one direction can change the game. Alright guys, so what we're doing here is going into practice mode. I'm going to turn down the game volume a little bit because I feel like it's a bit loud. We're gonna be on the right side of the screen. I'm gonna use my main, which is Lars, and we'll just go against a lot of you guys like Kazuya, right? Now what I'm gonna show you is the ability to completely move around my opponent. Now understanding this game, you do have to step left and right by double tapping up or down, right? Like so. But notice how, look at this. I can be here against my opponent. We're not always squared up. I could be at this angle. I can be at this angle. I can be at this angle. Notice all of these different type of angles I can be at with my opponent, and every single one I can land a punch, right? That is what I'm talking about when it comes to UFC 5 that I hope that they can implement in EA Sports UFC 6. Now take this video that I'm explaining this, and don't think that I'm being salty, I'm being mad. I'm literally throwing a legitimate idea out there to EA and whoever watches. That way we can get a more simulation type of gameplay from EA Sports UFC 5 or 6 probably. Alright? Now, in your honest opinion, please tell me what you think in the comment section, man. But I really think this is something that could be really big for the UFC games. And honestly, I think we're past due. Like we're past due having this type of angles and this type of physics within an EA Sports UFC game. But with that being said, watch this fight. My time saying the superstar chick or the superstar. I cannot taste it. Okay. Okay, what are you doing, bro? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. What type of ring bomb is this? Yeah, I mean, taunt away. Taunt away. Appreciate that hustle. What be wrong with y'all? Like, it's my first match on rank. I'm a born sinner, but I die better than that. What's sad is the elbows he's throwing is working. Like, they're literally cutting me. That's why he's throwing them. Look at it. Look at it. That's why he's only throwing them on that side. Go clinch, you know? Bro, with me. You gonna smoke with me. Oh yeah, he definitely cheesing it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. It's nuts. It's just nuts. I'm a born sinner, but I died better than that. You ain't fucking with that, I don't care. Yeah, I was gonna get you gone. This is actually yikes. This is actually yikes. Gibbs asserted the baby's being born. This is crazy. Like this why EA can't add no new features, bro. Like this is exactly why. This is exactly why. What's the queen for love? Work. Work. It's work. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. That's why we can't never get nothing good in video games. Because it's always a bum out there that's gonna try to exploit it. He literally tried to exploit the doctor stoppage with the elbows and stuff on this side of my face. Left side. All to get knocked out, bro. Say hi to YouTube, nigga.